Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 77 of 108 days of Internal Alchemy with me, Sara. I am here for 108 days practicing our own modality, or technically, it's my husband's modality, but it's the result of the work that we've been doing together for the past almost decade. And because life is challenging sometimes, and we know that the past couple of years has been very dynamic in terms of energetics, so I'm taking the opportunity that life is offering and becoming the student of our own teachings because it's beneficial for myself. So I'm here for 108 days, and for 108 days, I'm really putting internal alchemy in the forefront in my own life, implementing it on every level. So this is a guided series. So I'm building for 108 days, and I'm showing up for 108 days. So if you're new here, welcome. Join in wherever you wish. It is a sequence that is building, so I highly suggest to begin from the beginning. Let's warm up with some breathing. So the topic today is that I have the power to choose how I want to show up, or I can choose how I feel, and I can choose to shift the energy, and I can choose to shift the mood. And these 108 days is definitely a testament of that, as I am opening up the body on a very deep level, and that is my intention. I'm currently opening up the legs, the ankles, and the calves, and that is moving a lot of energy. So I'm currently yo-yoing in the nervous system. And then these sessions are like God sent because it forces me to move the energy. And that allows me to shift and transform much, much quicker than usual. So open up your body, spinal flow. So I also have a lot of energy moving in the lowest part of the spine, connected to the bladder. And that is kind of coming and going. And now it's coming. I'm going to turn on today's music because I feel like I need a little bit of input. I've been with this energy most of the day, so I'm not bypassing anything. I'm just very ready to shift the experience. And that's when I come on here, when I feel like I'm ready to move the energy. I've been facing it. I've been dealing with it. I've been feeling it, processing, meeting it, not hiding, running away from it, meeting it in silence and love, and having tons of extraordinary realizations. It's like it's like I'm being released from so many parts of my life. So I just feel lighter and lighter and lighter. And that's when the body is also releasing the heaviness. So I'm going to bring in the music. And I'm going to warm up properly with the breath of life on my knees. I haven't been doing any other proper practice today. So that's also why it can feel heavier in the body. So what happens for me when I start to move the freeze the stagnant energy in the ankles and the calves and the feet is that I'm accessing this level of freeze, and it kind of shuts the body off in a certain way. It's how resistance feels, like procrastination. That's all of that is a state in the nervous system. So that's why I'm showing up from that freeze state and move. And I don't override the body. I'm very gentle, but I'm moving, showing up, facing. And that's from where I can shift my experience. I can feel that it's very deeply connected to the eyes. So I'm gonna move a little bit of energy around the eyes. I'm also feeling it in the neck area, so I take the opportunity to move in circles. Moving the energy in the head. A lot of the times we can experience a feeling of brain fog. For me, that's completely connected to the eyes and a certain level of freeze response. Opening up the ears and the neck. So we return over and over to practices, to movements that the body recognizes. And then the bridge between the body and the nervous system becomes thinner, and the body can quicker realize, okay, I can release. We're in practice, we're in alchemy. So my breath is accessing the pressure in the system very easily, and I can release it and breathe it out. So when I open up the eyes and the ears, the face, the jaw, I want to open the neck and I want to open the shoulders. I want the energy to be able to move freely down towards the heart area. So we help the body move the energy down, opening up. Other side. So a lot of energy in the feet and the legs is from flight. So I'm moving levels of fear through the system and out. Integrate with the breath of life. Oh my God, itchy. Good sign. I find these very effective to really move energy along the spine. and an easy way to reach in the lower parts of the spine. Because you can use the posture and the levels of the arms to open up in and around the ribs. Sides. So I'm releasing the joints in the shoulders. And then it's like I lift, I stretch and separate the side body. And then I feel it all the way down to the hip. So I'm slowly moving the energy in and around the belly. That's also, I can sense that the body is digging deeper into the deeper areas, because I'm opening up the spine, I'm opening up the hips, I'm opening up. So I can feel that the body is like digging step by step. And I can feel it with emotions coming up. I can feel it in the nervous system. So I meet it and I allow life to trigger me so that I can access it and I express it and I alchemize it. So I move seamlessly with life and I allow life to kind of show me what I am ready to open up. So for these 108 days, that is what I'm focusing on, to really release from my body. Okay, I'm going to open up the feet a little bit. I could probably spend a whole session just sitting like this. My feet and ankles sounds like I'm crunching cornflakes like all the time. It's like they're opening up like sound like popcorn. Deep squat to open up the lower back, the hips. Allow the energy to sink. Pressing the knees apart. Opening up the hips. Opening up the hips. Side body. Other side. Okay, I'm going to integrate with a bit of breath of life before I stand up. I'm going to put some extra work into the psoas. Okay. Open spinal flow. Just find your new position. See how the body reacts to standing up, if you're following me. Okay, so a lot of energy wants to move through the legs. So that's what's happening in my life right now. It's like the legs just, it's like itching inside. And I've never had that experience before. My legs have always felt very heavy, like running and walking and stairs. I've always felt very heavy. And that's just because there's been a lot of stagnation in the legs. Even though I've been working out all my life since early 20s. So I'm going to do some squats on my toes. Just open up the fascia. So I'm playing around with the fascia in the legs. Lifting my heels. Important to remember the root lock. Oh, pop, it said in the, oh, both hips just pop, pop. Wow. Oh. Oh, wow. Here too, in the knees. Oh. So working with the body. It's guiding where it wants to go, what it wants to do. So I want to put a little bit of pressure on the ankles. So I go into a wide squat. And I keep my feet forward instead of to the sides, as I would do if I would do a squat. So now I'm putting a lot of pressure on the fascia in the ankles. And as we are releasing the pressure in the fascia, the tremor starts to come. And that's when the energy starts to get released from the nervous system and from the fascia. So this is very heavy for me because I'm moving the fascia deep in the ankles. When I move this energy, my hips open up easier, my knees. Whew, okay. Just dropping the energy, standing tremors, or lying down, or seated. So in my practice, I started with laying down. I did all my practices. I had no energy. And then seated. And that's when I started inviting you guys in the first 108 days. And now my body's asking for the standing, to open up the body, to open up this area. And that feels so exciting. And this is the lesson from today, that I use this. I'm just so grateful. I have so much resistance, and it forces me to it just brings up. It really works with this process to open up the body. So it's helping me to really dig deep. And then because I have dedicated myself to go live, then I'm forced to alchemize it. So I know that all I need to do is to go live and I will feel good again. It's incredible. Incredible. Okay, so I'm bouncing a little bit on my bubbling springs because I want to open up the valve of the feet. So follow your body. Do what it's asking you to do. Co-create with me. Go your own way. Go my way. Go someone else's way. Okay, so now so for every exercise I do, now I feel more energy is releasing. So once I get started, I can keep going for a while. Just find new positions, find more energy, release it, and then wait for life to give me circumstances where I can access the emotion that is wanting to be expressed. So today it was Simba. I was giving him a hug and I just started to cry, and just this silent cry, just I had no idea why. And he's like, "What's happening?" And I'm like, "I don't know." So he just stood there for like 5 minutes and just held me when I was crying. So it's like co-creating with life. All I know is that when I show up for practice, something magical happens and the body shifts, the energy shifts, the frequency shifts. So from sitting literally in this chair, just feeling completely frozen, realizing, okay, now is the time when I need to start digging my way out of the hole and get to the live. So then I start to prepare. And all of a sudden the body responds and I press play and I'm here. And then the freeze response is just a weird memory. So we allow the truth of the experience to arrive over and over again. So now these days, so 77, that means 28. Yeah, it's like a month left. So now it's starting to feel like I'm digging. Now I reached a point where, okay, now I'm, showing up and really moving energy. Now I come to a depth where the body is like, okay, here, stay here. And now it feels like it's never going to end, the 108 days. So I'm in that feeling like, it feels like, Groundhog Day. It's like, I just got to show up. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. All I know is I got to show up. And I just move energy. I just move and just trust. I just walk. Can't see, just walk. Just show up and walk. And I don't think, and I don't try to plan, and I don't try to control. I just show up and move the energy. If I can't see what's in front of me, I just move the energy. And then when I move the energy, it's like the clouds part, and then there's the sun, and then I go, oh yes, this is what we're doing. I remember now. This is why I'm showing up. Oh, it's working, great. So basically we're doing 30-minute body hangouts where you allow the body to guide you. We do it together because it's body to body, nervous system to nervous system. When I do this, then your body goes, okay, I know what we're doing, even though you go, I have no clue what we're doing. So you ride on my energy, my intention, my alchemy process. Okay, just ground in your spinal flow as we're closing the session. Don't forget to express, write, speak, sing. Release the energy to the ground. Just sink the energy. Okay, thank you for today. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day and take care, and ciao.